question you need to ask yourself is this: what valuable company is nobody building? A new company's most important strength is new thinking. The best practices in the market today always lead to dead ends. The best paths are new and the ones that have never existed before. The single most powerful pattern you can see is that successful people find value in unexpected places. And they do this by thinking about business from first principles instead of formulas. So let's look at what these principles are. Of the 6 principles we will cover today, the first one is: it is better to be bold. Brilliant thinking is rare, but courage is in even shorter supply than genius. Doing something different is what's truly good for the society. And it's also what allows a business to profit by monopolizing a new market. Trust me, the best projects are going to be overlooked instead of being applauded by the crowd. The best problems to work on are often the ones nobody else even tries to solve. The second principle is: a bad plan is better than no plan. A business with a good plan will always be underrated in a world where people see the future as random. Principle is: competition is for losers. Competitive markets destroy profits. Competition is unhealthy. To a business, war is costly. If you can't beat a rival, it is better to merge. If you can recognize competition as a destructive force instead of a sign of value, you're already better than most companies. Dominate a small niche and scale up from there. Avoid competition as much as possible. The fourth principle is: sales matter just as much as the product. The most common cause of failure is not having a bad product, but rather being bad at sales. If you have invented something new, but you haven't invented an effective way to sell it, you have a bad business. It does not matter how good the product is. Superior sales and distribution by itself can create a monopoly. Although the converse is not true. No matter how strong your product is, you must still support it with a strong distribution plan. You need to understand that all salesmen are actors. Their priority is persuasion, not sincerity. And like acting, sales work best when it is hidden. This explains why almost everyone whose job involves distribution, whether they are in sales, marketing, or advertising, has a job title that has nothing to do with those things. People who sell advertising are called account executives. People who sell customers work in business development. People who sell companies are called investment bankers. And people who sell themselves, they are called politicians. The reason for these descriptions is that none of us wants to be reminded when we are being sold. Always remember that the world is secretly driven by sales. There is a business cliché that goes something like this: the best product doesn't always win. All of us want to believe that we make up our own minds, that sales don't work on us. But that's not true. Everybody has a product to sell, no matter whether you're an employee, a founder, or an investor. It's true even if your company consists of just you and your computer. Look around. If you don't see any salespeople, you are the salesperson. The fifth principle is monopoly. In the real world, every business is successful exactly to the extent that it does something that others cannot. Monopoly, therefore, is not an exception. Monopoly is a required condition of every successful business. A valuable company must start by finding a niche and dominating a small market. It is said all happy families are alike, but each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. But business is the opposite. All happy companies are different. Each one has a monopoly by solving a unique problem. All failed companies are the same. They failed to escape competition. You should start small and monopolize. Every monopoly dominates a large share of its market. Therefore, every startup should start with a small market. Always lean on the side of starting small. The reason for this is simple. It's easier to dominate a small market than a large one. If you think your initial market might be too big, it almost certainly is. Any big market is a bad choice. And a big market already filled with competing companies is even worse. Cutthroat competition means your profits will be zero. The sixth principle is think long term. If you focus on short term growth, you miss the most important question you should be asking. Will your business be around a decade from now? You should ask yourselves, what will the world look like in 10 or 20 years from now? And how will my business fit in? Let's end this video with something that I think every individual should know. Every great business is built around a secret that's hidden from the outside. And that secret is the reason for their success. But people outside the company don't see this. They can't see this. So I urge you to find your own secret so that from the outside, everyone in your company will look different in the same way.